We have a breaking news update, and yes, a breaking news update coming directly from the family of Nnamdi Kanu. So what exactly has happened? Well, to make everything very clear and easy for you to understand, we are going to use our illustrative board as usual, the one currently appearing on your screen right now. On this board, you can see the pictures representing the family of Nnamdi Kanu. Here, we are using a generic image to represent the son, and beside it, you can see the wife of Nnamdi Kanu in the person of Uchechi Oku Kanu. So, what happened to these people? A couple of hours ago, it was reported by Uchechi Oku Kanu, the wife of Nnamdi Kanu. She came out publicly to make a revelation regarding her son, Nnamdi Kanu, stating that the young boy had been rushed to the hospital for an emergency surgery. Now, what exactly happened? That's the question that people started asking, out of care and some out of curiosity. What exactly has happened to this boy now? A boy that is preparing to meet with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Well, let me give you all the information available to us as of today and explain the situation clearly, because sometimes if enemies cannot reach the father, they will decide to settle for the son. If enemies no fit reach Mazi himself, they cannot break him. The easiest way they try to attack him psychologically is by going through his family. In many situations around the world, if people cannot reach the father directly, they try to reach the son instead. The idea behind it is simple. If you cannot hurt the father physically, you should try to hurt him emotionally through his child. And we all know what fatherly love is to the children. So what exactly happened, guys? Well, about 17 hours ago, like I said, Uchechi Oku Kanu came out on a Twitter page to give a rather emotional update. She wrote a message explaining that her heart had been beating heavily and that she was currently going through a very difficult moment. Now, take a look at this particular part I highlighted using a blue pen. Pay very close attention to the part where she mentioned the words "my son." In that section, she stated clearly that her son had an emergency surgery after school last Friday. To understand the full context properly, let us read the entire statement together. She wrote, and I quote, "I didn't even realize today was International Women's Day until I received a heartfelt message that truly moved me. Lately, I have been navigating my own health challenges while also caring for my son, who had emergency surgery after school last Friday. In the midst of everything, the message reminded me of the quiet strength women carry every single day." So as you can see clearly, the young boy underwent a surgical operation. However, the first thing we noticed is that she did not tell us the exact reason why her son had to enter the surgery room. She did not provide specific medical information about what actually happened. Even Nnamdi Kanu, who happens to be the uncle of the boy, has not made any public statement regarding the surgery as of about 3 hours ago before making this video. Now, right now, he appears to be engaged in other online disagreement and argument with some individuals, going back and forth on social media. That's another news we're going to be bringing to you, and we've released an earlier episode relating to Nnamdi Kanu exposing Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, Mike Ozekome and Barrister Ifeanyi, of which he released some documents that could implicate his own brother unknowingly. We've made a video on that. You can go back into our channel and see. But for the sake of insight, let us continue. Now, while Nnamdi Kanu's brother, Prince Nnamdi Kanu, is going back and forth with those individuals on social media because of that situation, we cannot fully blame him for not immediately addressing the issue concerning his nephew. He also has his own battles that he's currently fighting online, obviously. So I do not want to waste your time by going deep into those personal conflicts he is currently involved in. But the main point here is that he has not made any comments about the surgery the young boy went through. Even the family lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, has not made any statement regarding that surgery either. The last time Aloy Ejimako made a public comment was on the 4th day of March, which was just a few days ago. So as it stands right now, there is a very little public information available regarding the surgery that the young boy went through, and that is why we decided to conduct our own small investigation and research so that we can provide you with useful information, because on this channel we always try our best to bring you news and updates whenever something important happens. So what exactly do we know so far, and what have we discovered from the information currently available? First of all, according to the tweet made by Uchechi Oku Kanu, She clearly stated that their son had an emergency surgery after school last Friday. However, she did not disclose the exact medical condition or the surgery or the reason for the surgery. Now, let us try to break the timeline down properly. Last Friday would have been the 6th of March, so the surgery most likely took place on March 6th in the United Kingdom, where the family currently resides. Also, what do we know so far? Well, firstly, we now know the likely date when the surgery took place. Second, we know the surgery was unexpected. Third, it happened after the boy returned from school on that particular Friday. Now, the fourth, the mother mentioned this situation while also explaining that she herself has been dealing with certain personal health challenges. So we now have two important pieces of information. First, the son had emergency surgery. Second, the mother herself is also dealing with some health challenges. But the bigger question here remains, what exactly happened after school on that Friday that led to the boy being rushed into surgery? So during our investigation, we discovered two possible scenarios that could explain why he was taken to the hospital. The first possible reason could be appendicitis. Now, appendicitis is a very common medical emergency in Nigeria, especially to children. It causes sudden and severe stomach ache and often requires immediate surgical removal of the appendix. So that is one possible explanation. The second possible reason we consider is injury resulting from an accident. For example, it could be an injury sustained during sport activities, a fall during playtime, or a playground accident that might require surgical treatment such as fixing a bone fracture or stopping internal bleeding. The reason we examined these possibilities is because sometimes when enemies cannot reach a father directly, they attempt to hunt him emotionally by targeting the child. We all know that Nnamdi Kanu is widely regarded as a very strong and resilient man. However, no one truly knows how even the strongest person will react when their child is involved in a painful situation. We also do not know the full circumstances of what had happened. Was it medical condition? Was it an accident? Was it something entirely different? These are the questions we try to explore because the official statement did not provide the details. Now, let me also explain why we believe the accident scenario could be possible. In the United Kingdom, many schools schedule physical education activities towards the end of the week, often on Fridays. Unlike in Nigeria, where PE may happen midweek, in many UK schools, sporting activities are organized on Fridays. These activities include football, basketball, rugby, athletics, gymnastics, and several other sporting exercises. Because of that, accidents sometimes occur during these activities. So it is most possible that the boy sustained an injury during one of these activities, which then required surgery. Of course, this is not the only possible explanation, but it is our own version. And if it was indeed a sports injury, then it is far better than imagining a more serious or suspicious situation. The important thing is that the boy recovers quickly and regains his strength. That is our prayer. Now, why is this important? Well, because according to available information, there are important events expected to take place around the 16th and 18th of this month in the United Kingdom regarding the advocacy related to the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. So it would be very important for the boy to recover fully and remain healthy. From the information available so far, it appears that the boy is recovering well after the surgery, and we thank God for that. The available public information about the surgery is still very much limited. However, one thing is clear and one thing is thorough. It does not appear to have been a life-threatening surgery. We also know from the tweet that the mother herself is dealing with her own health challenges. Let us go back to the tweet once again and analyze it slowly. She said she did not even realize that the previous day was International Women's Day until she received a heartfelt message from someone. That message encouraged her and reminded her of the strength women carry every day. She then mentioned that she had been navigating her own health challenges while caring for her son who had emergency surgery. So from that statement, we can understand that the family is currently going through a difficult moment. We may not know all the details, but we wish them strength and good health. Sometimes it is important to talk about situations like this publicly. When information becomes public, people pay closer attention, and if there are suspicious circumstances behind an illness or injury, public awareness can sometimes help bring the truth to light. That is why we decided to bring this information to your attention so that you can understand the situation and draw your own conclusions. And just so you know, this is very much the first video we are releasing today. We are going to be releasing many more others, important videos regarding the development in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, and one of those video may discuss a major development coming from the Supreme Court of Nigeria, as we just received this major development through our email. In that video, we're going to be explaining very significant legal declarations that many people have been waiting to hear about for a long time. In fact, that video should have been the first we released today, but you know now we have to fact check and follow up strongly. So I strongly advise you also to go and subscribe right now. Click on that subscribe button and stay tuned for this amazing updates. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell icon beside it. Now, we also recently released detailed video exposing the owner of the private jet that was allegedly used to transport Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. That investigative video is also available on our channel. If you click on the channel logo and scroll through our videos, you will find it there, as well as many other that will interest you. There are lots of videos of interest right there. But to make things easier for you, I will also be available to give you the video. All you have to do is request for the video for the link to the video where we expose the private jet that was allegedly used to transport Nnamdi Kanu illegally from Kenya back to Nigeria. Once you drop the message, I will send the link. I will respond with the link in the comment section. So you simply click on it, watch it completely and carefully to understand the full details. Well, thank you so much for sticking with us right up until this moment. For now, this is going to be Baz News signing out.
After you watch this video finish, you will fully understand.
And thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe.